Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, my dear students. How are you? I am your teacher, subject General Science, grade 4. My dear students, we are learning unit 11, that is force and machine. My dear students, here are our learning objective of this video. My dear students, we will learn in this video what is speed, how can we define the speed, and the force of gravity, what is the force of gravity, and machine, different type of machine, and their uses in our daily life. My dear students, we have a comprehensive knowledge of speed, force of gravity, and machine. My dear students, here is what is speed. So my dear students, what do we mean by a speed? So speed tells us how fast a thing is moving. So my dear student, a speed of car tells us how fast it will move in a set of time. So my dear students, speed tells us how fast a thing is moving. For example, the speed of a car tells us how fast it will move in a set of time. For example, a car is traveling at a speed of 100 km per hour. My dear students, it will travel a distance of 100 km in 1 hour if it stays at this speed. So my dear student, what do we mean by speed? Speed tells us how fast a thing is moving. My dear students, so here are some formulas to determine the distance and the time according to the speed. So my dear students, from the speed and the time, it is easy to work out how far the car will travel. So my dear students, we can see that easily. How can we determine the distance traveled by a car in a specific time? The formula is distance traveled is equal to speed into time. And my dear students, the speed is also useful because we can use it to work out how long a journey will take. As you can see, we can also determine the time from the speed. That speed is also useful, so we can use it to work out the time. As you can see, how long a journey will take. So to determine this time, we have a formula that the time is equal to distance over speed. My dear students, there are some kind of force that is exerted on the object, and object move or fell down. So we cannot see this force, but we often come across the use of force in daily lives. So my dear student, you can see in this video what is happening. An apple is falling down. So my dear students, some force can also act on object from a distance, as you can see here in this video. So my dear student, this type of force is called force of gravity. For example, an apple fall, or you can see a coin fall on the ground because the force of gravity. are acting on it. So my dear students, when we place a magnet near to some pins, you will see the pin jump and stick to the magnet. So this is also the force that acts on an object from a distance. So my dear students, the force of gravity is also the force that can act on object from a distance. So my dear students, you can see here an apple falls to the ground. Why? Because the force of gravity is acting on it. My dear students, here is the question. So question is, which force causes objects to fall to the ground when they are thrown up in the air? So my dear student, think the answer. What is the answer of this question? Which force causes object to fall to the ground when they are thrown up in the air? Think the answer, my dear students. Yes, my dear student, you are right. Here is the answer. Yes, the answer is the force of gravity causes the object to fall to the ground. So my dear student, it is actually the force of gravity that causes object to fall to the ground. So which force causes object to fall to the ground when they are thrown up in the air? Any object. So when we thrown up the any object in the air, that is the force of gravity. For example, when we thrown up the coin or any object, it falls down to the ground because the force of gravity is acting on it. My dear students, here are machines. So what are machines, my dear students? So machine make our work easier. So my dear students, we use machine all the time and everyday life. They are everywhere at home, at work, on the roads, in the sea, and the air. My dear students, a bicycle, a car, and an aeroplane are all the examples of machine. So my dear students, we use many machines at home. For example, a sewing machine, a washing machine, a clock, etc. So my dear students, machine make our work easier, but they cannot work by themselves. My dear students, they need some kind of force or energy to make them move and work. So my dear students, machines are everywhere around us. They are everywhere at home, at work, on the road, in the home. My dear students, name of some machines that we use at home, in the office, and on the road. So my dear students, you can see, so machines that we use at home are, for example, mixer and juicers. And my dear students, the machines that we use in the office are examples, computer and staplers. So stapler is also kind of machine. So my dear students, name some machines that we can use on the road, and that are car and bicycles. So these are the machines which we use at home, in the offices, and on the road. My dear students, here is a question. What do machines need in order to work? Yes, my dear students, the answer is a machine need energy to do work. So my dear students, we use machine all the time. My dear students, a manual sewing machine, for example, need the power of your arms, and a washing machine uses electricity. A car uses energy in petrol, and a steam engine uses the power of steam to work. So my dear students, we use machine all the time, and the machine need energy to do work. So they are everywhere, at home, at work, on the road, in the sea and the air. My dear students, for example, a bicycle, a car, an aeroplane, they all are example of machine, and they all machine need energy to do work. So my dear students, we use many machines at home: a sewing machine, a washing machine, and a clock. They all need energy to do work. So machine make our work easier, and they cannot work by themselves. So my dear students, they need some kind of force, or you can say energy, to do work and make them move and work. So my dear students, what do machine need in order to work? A machine need energy to do work. My dear students, here are some simple machine. My dear student, you can see different type of simple machine here. And what is a simple machine? A simple machine help to make our work easier. So my dear students, it can turn the force of our hand into a form of movement that help us to do work. So my dear students, you can see different type of simple machine here. So my dear student, here are some simple machine. For example, there are pulley, fulcrum, lever, wedge, inclined plane, and screw, etc. So these are all a type of simple machine.